Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room for Wednesday, May the 23rd. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen. I get live on the mic at about 9:05. One moment, please. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, so I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen. Get I get live on the mic at 9:05. I go to 3:30 Monday to Thursday and 3 o'clock on Friday. This is a link for a subscription to Trade Ideas, and there's a 15% instant promo code there. All right, well, just another great day in the room. Another interesting day. They're always interesting, it seems. This is one I may be getting back into this one, but this is another one. I don't often do it. I know yesterday I took one in the pre-market, but I also took this one in the pre-market. This popped into my scanner right around this time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Popped into the scanner right there. Had news. What was the news? FDA approval or clearance for their device. Low float situation for them. Let me just type this in again. I just want to see what the float is. Yeah, so the float's about 4.3 million shares in the float. That's what can happen. So positive news release. I took the trade right here at 179. 179. This is all the pre-market, of course. I took some out at, it was 191. Right about here. Then waited, pulled back a little, popped up here. Then on this, I actually added, that's right, on this is the opening 15-minute candle. So I actually added to this back what I had sold at my notes here, 205. Got back in at 205 when it looked like it was trying to hold at 2. I may be getting back into this, by the way. 205. And then I ended up selling some at 215, 218, and 202. 2502. Or 25. I wish. At 202. So I was out of the trade completely. But a nice early trade sort of set the tone. And I'm just kind of watching this one. Want to see if it takes out the high right there. The one that really worked out well, though, was Cara. Extremely well. Now, Cara had news, and pretty significant news, I guess. Well, at least it was headline grabbing. Or attention grabbing on their headline. Basically, they say that they licensed their product to, I think it's FSM, Fresenius, and for everywhere. Now, the only problem I had with it when I read it, it said everywhere except the United States, Japan, and South Korea. I thought, well, okay, those are obviously two huge markets, USA and Japan. But anyway, but they also, it was an upfront $50 million cash injection. And I think they were also, the company was going to be buying stock at 17. And up to, I think it was $440 million in royalty payments, up to. Obviously not right off the bat. So anyway, lots of good news. Watched it in the pre-market. There's a 10 area in the pre-market. Saw it kind of dip a little bit, and then all of a sudden it starts to move. So I took the trade. Where did I get in at? 1422. Took the trade at 1422. To me, it looked like it definitely cleared that whole number. And man, look what it did. Just absolutely exploded all the way up to 1552. I wish I could say that I sold everything up there. Not exactly. I actually took some off. I always tend to do this, just when I see something like this on a stock like that, I always wonder, well, okay, is this sort of a momentary pop? So I took some off, a little bit off at 1447, just in case it did something like this, and then I could let it ride. And I got some out at 1523 on the way up. Second here, 1523 on the way up. And then when it broke down below 15, I actually got out right at 15. So that was a really, really nice trade. I know a lot of us in the trading room were in that one. Now the other one that I kind of proud of was SIG, Signet. Now, there's no reason to buy Signet other than the fact that Tiffany released earnings. Look at what Tiffany did. So Tiffany released earnings. There's the pre-market action. I did not take. I tend not to buy the stocks over 100. It's just sort of a psychological barrier for me. I don't, I don't know about the percentage moves that are going to happen. Of course, this would have been fantastic, but nonetheless, that's just something I tend not to do. But anyway, look at the pre-market move in Tiffany. It basically held it so well, and then it moved as the market was once the market opened. Again, this was an earnings release, so obviously the market reacting very favorably to that release. So why did I look at Signet? Well, of course, Signet is another jewelry store or company, and so I thought, okay, as many of us, of course, we thought, well, maybe eventually it'll start to piggyback on Tiffany, and that's finally what it did. It took a while, kind of bounced around a little bit, but I finally ended up taking that trade at 41.12. Yeah, 41.12. Wasn't moving that quickly, and I know it took a little bit off here, just a little bit, just in case it wanted to move right back down. 41.25. And then it finally started to move. I was really hoping we'd get through 42. Didn't quite do that. Took out most of it at 41.78. Right up in this area here. And then I got out right in this area here. Got out the balance of it. Looked like the move was over. So that all that was basically saying, okay, Tiffany, I knew that Signet oftentimes will mirror what Tiffany does on earnings, and that's exactly what it is. I mean, this one does not have earnings until 2 weeks from now, so nothing to do with its earnings. And that is, I took a little short on Dish that did not work out. Took a 7-cent loss on Dish. Tried to piggyback on this move down. I think I took the short at 30.92. Popped back up to 30.99. I got out. And that really is about it. I want to get back into the room. All right. A lot of Real made a really nice call. Boy, I don't know what the symbol is. Is MDXG? Let's see if that's right. MDXG. Yes. Made a nice call on this one. I think he took it right around here. And this one just absolutely ripped. Not a low float, actually. 103 million in the float. Didn't appear to be any specific news on it, but it definitely worked well. Popped all the way, almost up to 10, and then it pulled back. Anyway, I want to get back into the room. So again, if you have any questions for me, you can just use this email address. This is a link for the free room. All we do is we just we'll send you an email, or you go to the a page after you copy and paste that into your browser. Click on it, go to the page. We'll ask you for an email. Once you send us an email, we'll send you a way in which you can create a password one time, and then you're in the room. And it's a free room, no strings attached. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our trading room. Again, this is a link for a subscription, 15% off on a monthly subscription for the first month only, or 15% off for a full year, either on our standard or our premium services. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. So when I'll start to share my screen, I get live on the mic at 9:05. So hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.